We're doing an auction, a live auction, ladies and gentlemen. And even if you're not bidding on anything, it's so worth it to watch the amazing pipes of Joe Bodnar. Give it up for Joe. Joe Bodnar.
Hey, welcome to Bodnars, Bids and Banter. I'm your host, Joe Bodnar.
Maureen.
Bodnar. It's lovely to see you. I had to
We're
start
not doing
off the
this
year.
again.
No, I had to start off the year correctly.
Why?
I want everybody to make sure they know you're a Bodnar.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. At any rate, we have a special guest
Yes,
all the way from California where it's sunny. Well, I don't know if it's sunny right now, but it's definitely warmer than it is here in New Jersey where we're freezing our buns off. At any rate, we have Lisa Singer. How are you doing, Lisa?
Fantastic. I'm so excited to be here.
Very good. I'm proud that you came on. We are absolutely selling a fantastic collection of Harry Potter cards in our upcoming sale on January 22nd, I believe it is. Yes, on January 22nd. She is right now the owner, but after January 22nd, she will no longer be the owner of such cards. And we're here today to give you good news, I hope, but we'll come back to that, but we sent some cards out to be graded, and we're going to give you some great information. But first off, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. What did you do for New Year's, Lise?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so I live in Brentwood, California, and on the night of New Year's Eve, there was a home invasion.
Oh, my God.
So there were helicopters, police everywhere. They told us to stay indoors. There were canines chasing the suspects.
It's like watching On Patrol Live.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And sadly, I mean, we've had this, I don't want to start off with a downer, but we had the fires a year ago, and then we had sadly some, we can cut this out if you want, but we had Rob Reiner's passing, and then in Brentwood, there's all these helicopters going everywhere, and then of course we have this home invasion. That's my New Year's Eve. I was hiding inside, and the helicopters overhead were blaring through these what are they? Those bullhorns,
right?
And they were saying, "Stay indoors," and if you if you are outdoors, and there's a dog comes up to you, don't move, don't try to fight it.
What the heck?
Stay invisible.
Boy, they really do know how to produce things out in California. My God, right? This sounds unbelievable.
Surprise, it was actually a Michael Bay movie that was shooting.
See,
wow. So your New Year's was like a semi-horror flick moving in 2026.
Right. I mean, my husband and I took a walk at 4:30. The home invasion happened at 4. So we started to hear helicopters, but we're like, we'll just go for a walk. We walked around the neighborhood. As we're walking up our street, there's police officers at the end of the street, all over. Apparently they were creating, what are those, perimeters, so that the suspects couldn't be caught. I mean, that was my New Year's Eve.
Crazy. What did we do?
Oh my God, we stayed home. We stayed home.
I mean, I'll bring helicopters next year.
I need a home invasion here to perk me up. Jesus, Joe. What? Well, where it ends great, where nothing happens to you. They arrest them.
It's Home Alone. You want Home Alone?
Yeah, like a Home Alone. Yeah. Exactly. It could be something like that. That would be the kind of invasion I want. Right?
No invasions.
Fine. No
Quiet night.
Lisa, welcome to what I deal with on this podcast. I love it.
I want to jump into the screen. You guys are so much fun. I want to say that it was successful. They caught all suspects. So one guy drove away. He drove for a while. They were chasing him. He crashed. They caught him. And then 2 guys were hiding out. And then the dogs just found them like 1 hour later and 3 hours later.
Oh, my God.
The dogs are unbelievable.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah. Well, it is scary. But the dog, I tell you, we watch live On Patrol Live every Friday night and Saturday night, and man, them dogs are unbelievable. They catch them all the time.
Yeah, it's amazing. Whoever said let's take this furry little dog and
have
him hunt people down.
I don't know. So the ball came down. We watch Andy Cohen and
Anderson
Cooper, and I fell asleep.
You did fall asleep. You did.
But we did. Listen, this year I didn't kill you by looking at every station, like going channel 7, channel CNN, channel 7, CNN.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
Lisa, have
Channel
you
4.
ever
Now, channel 4 is out of the mix now. So NBC's out. Now it's just ABC and
have you
CNN.
ever dealt with someone who like can't decide on the music or what to watch, and they just constantly are?
You're a channel surfer.
I am big time channel.
Oh.
I don't like looking at the guide. I'd rather keep hitting the button and like seeing 2 seconds of sun, 2 seconds, and now I'll stop there. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Actually, it's kind of. Actually, I'll put on the guide, and I think I keep hitting the up button, and it doesn't change right away these days with the way that the cables work. So it's like a gamble of which station's coming on next. You know, because it'll pop 6, 7, and finally something will turn up. And then it goes anyway. But anyway, yes, this year we actually I didn't stay with any of it. I said I'm bored with it all, and we watched The Bear is what we did.
Yeah, I watched The Bear.
What's The Bear? Oh, The Bear, the TV show.
The Bear. Yeah.
No, we're not exciting like in California. We don't have bears in our backyard.
Well, we have, but
we've had a bear in the backyard once. Yes,
once.
That did happen once.
Have you seen the YouTube video of the bear that walked into the frame and then fell asleep? I mean, there's these little, I guess, bear cameras out in the woods in LA or wherever. And this bear just walked into frame and then made a whole cubby hole where it could sleep, and then it was yawning, and it's like laid there for 2 hours, and people are mesmerized. It's getting like millions and millions gone viral just of the bear, sleeping. I think everybody wants to sleep like this bear.
Even the animal life out in California has it better.
The Bear got 6 seasons in a movie. What am I doing wrong?
I can't believe it, right?
Where's ours?
Bear.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I haven't seen that. No, we had
I haven't seen that.
You can put a link to that bear in your
Wait, hold on. I'll just cut to it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, that's crazy. No, nothing exciting like that.
No, after a busy holiday season, I was ready to just.
Well, we had
one place.
A party. Well, we had my family, then your family, then my family again, and then the employees. So that was like 5 parties in
with
6
a toy
days.
drive, with the toy giveaway.
Oh, plus we had the toy giveaway too. Yes, yeah. No, we give out. We gave out almost 600.
Yeah.
There's like 550 presents out to the
kids in New Brunswick.
So yeah, we did that on Saturday prior to
to Christmas.
Yes, and you wrapped every present. God bless you.
I did.
So they're running on 300 hours no sleep.
Yes.
So
Kind of feels like today.
Everybody's like, "What are you doing for New Year's?"
Nothing.
Do you give any of the kids collectibles?
Actually, I did give them some because Secret Stash, Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash did, collected toys for a toy drive with their photos with Kevin, which unfortunately he couldn't make it out to,
right?
Because of the flights at that time. The air traffic, the government was shut down.
Yeah, the government was shut down.
And so he couldn't get a flight to New Jersey, so he couldn't make it. So Jay Muse stepped in for him.
Yep.
And they collected a lot of toys, and there was a lot of collectibles in there. I'm like,
so
start young, kids.
Some kids got some collectible toys besides new toys.
Yeah,
they would have loved to get a card.
They would have loved to get a card.
Can you imagine?
I would have loved it when I was a kid.
So you contacted us about, it's going to be 6 months now, I think 6, 7 months. It's been a process, but you contacted us 6, 7 months ago, and you had a Harry Potter collection of cards. And number one, what's the story behind that? First off, how did you come across finding these Harry Potter cards? Because that was such a random call that Harry Potter cards. I know cards and collecting cards and Pokemon cards and sports cards and even Magic the Gathering. I got an education on years ago, and I knew nothing about them. And Harry Potter, you just think it's everyday cards, but some of these cards are significant value. And I'm just curious, how did you come across getting these cards?
Well, I worked for Harry Potter. I worked for Warner Brothers, and I worked for Harry Potter in the Harry Potter division. I moved to LA to go to film school, and then after film school at USC, I was totally broke. I'm like, I need a job. So I started copywriting, and I signed up with an agency, and they sent me to Warner Brothers to interview for this amazing job overseeing all the writing in the consumer products division for Harry Potter. It was a one-of-a-kind job. No one had this job before, but J.K. Rowling wasn't liking the writing that went on all the different products in the video games or on the cards. She was just unhappy. And so they needed somebody to oversee and make sure that J.K. would be happy with the writing. So, it was really lucky. They had interviewed lots and lots of people, and I just happened to be the last person they interviewed. And on that day, the woman that interviewed me told me her boss said, "You have to hire somebody today." So it was kind of like that. What is it? The
right place, right time, and it's meant to be.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of that movie with Gene Wilder where he walks out and it's like the magic card, the lottery, and he gets the magic nugget card. In the golden ticket.
No.
Oh.
Cool.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah, Willy Wonka. It was like Willy Wonka. So I got that job. And so I was there, and then you would give you gifts. They would give the licensees, the people who were, what they do is a person who sells products, let's say they take T-shirts or mugs or something, and they would pay Warner Brothers to license the images and the different storylines or whatever for Harry Potter. So we would get gifts in the department. And this is one gift that I remember was very significant. I mean, I got movie posters and all these different kinds of gifts, but this one was somebody handed to me, and it was a box of all these trading cards. I didn't really know anything about trading cards. I've never played with trading cards, but I knew what we were doing because we had to approve all the writing on the trading cards. So I knew that right. I was overseeing the department. And then she said, the licensee wants to give you this box, this binder of trading cards, and someday it will be valuable. And I went, okay. And I looked through it, and there was some signatures, Emma Watson, but I was thinking, okay, this is great, but I put it away. I just really didn't think about it.
Right.
2000 when I left, it was around late 2004. So it's.
And when you got them, they were in a box versus the binder that you sent them to me in. Is that correct?
No, they were in the binder.
Oh, they were in a binder. Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
That was the binder.
So that's really interesting. So, but it was a gift from actually, I guess Artbox is the one that actually made those cards. So I'm assuming Artbox is the one who then not donate, but gifted it to you, or did Warner Brothers gift it to you? I'm just curious.
The licensee, Artbox.
So Artbox.
They gave it to me and just a couple people who worked in our department, because we've done a lot of work for reviewing the writing on all the cards, because every card, so you have Sirius Black, let's say he is a character in the Harry Potter series, and they would write a definition or a description of Sirius Black and his role as the character, and we would rewrite that or just make it J.K. Rowling worthy.
Right. Oh, got it. What I found interesting is, so then this means that so they made different series of the cards. So this is a first series, and that's what I gathered. I was talking with Erica today in the back. I said, "You think these are first series?" We had, yeah, we're definitely first series, because they made a first series of this. So what we're talking about here is Harry Potter 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban.
He can spit 500 words a minute, but he can't pronounce them properly.
Yes, this is true. That is absolutely correct. At any rate, what's funny is I watched that movie back in 2004, 2005. I haven't watched it. What was I doing yesterday? I watched a movie yesterday. Yes, to get ready for this podcast. Mm-hmm. And I thought I didn't see the movie, to be honest with you. I was going, I don't think I remember this movie, because I wasn't a big Harry Potter fan. I saw the first one. I obviously saw this one too, but I think as they went on, they got darker and darker. You know how I feel about darker.
Yes, but our oldest is obsessed.
Yeah, my oldest, yes, he is.
He's 22, and he's still, every time, if there's Harry Potter anywhere, like on anywhere, it's on in our house.
But I don't like dark things. I love movies.
Yeah, Joe's very lighthearted individual.
Yes, I'm very lighthearted. So as Harry Potter went on, it was downhill.
It's a movie.
However, number 3 was fantastic. Actually, when I looked it up, it was one of their best movies that was out there. That's what it says anyway. That number 3, even Joey said, that's my favorite one out of the whole grouping is the third one that
I
came
saw
out.
it in theaters too. I saw every single Harry Potter movie in the theater.
Really? Wow.
Oh my God, I loved those flicks.
I don't know if
Catch me on the Hogwarts Express.
Maybe I did. Maybe I don't know if I went into theater because my kids at 2004, Joey would have been just born, right? Yeah, no. So I couldn't have went to the theater, or maybe I did. I don't know, but
You definitely.
I don't know. I do have the train now. We do have the Harry Potter train on the train set. So, but at any rate, I don't know where I was going with that. But so I did watch the movie to get myself acquainted again, and I do remember the entire movie. Mm-hmm. But so this was a first series. That's what I was getting at. And the first series, they had specialty cards that came, but my understanding is it came in a box, and you had to buy like the whole set. It wasn't like where it came in packs where you got 6 packs or 8 packs or this and that. You would buy the whole set, in exception to the specialty cards that come along with that, which are signature cards and cards that come with clothing, like aspects of clothing and this and that. And then they had other special foil cards and stuff. I guess they put separate ones in separate boxes, so not everybody got the same thing, or you would only get one-offs, and that's where it became collectible. But my understanding is that it was so popular, they ended up doing a series 2. It's not really cultured, but they reissued more. And what was confusing, in the way we found this out, is because I'm going to Erica. I go, it's the complete set. And she's looking things up. She goes, it's not the complete set. There's other cards to the set. And then we realized, this is a series 1, and this is the complete set for series 1. And there was other cards they added in series 2 that does not correspond. Okay. They look the same, but it's not, Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure. But
I left Harry Potter right at. I mean, they gave those cards to me close to my departure, so I wasn't gifted anything else after that.
So was your job writing and approving things, or was this merchandise an idea as a brand manager? I'm just curious.
Oh, I was hired to look at the writing. So a licensee would send me the writing that would go on a product.
Right.
And it would be me personally either reading it and rewriting it to what I know that J.K. Rowling would like, or my team would write it and rewrite it, but then it would come to me for approval, and I was the last stop before it would go to J.K. Rowling for her approval.
Right.
Okay.
And did you ever meet her?
No, but I met her agent.
Wow. So you had to literally be like a psychic to figure out. You had to really like zone in on what she would like or not like. I mean, my goodness.
Without even.
Well, what happened is that before I was interviewed, it just happened that I had read as many Harry Potter books that had come out before I was hired. So maybe that was 4 or 5, and I was really into the book. So I was really lucky. I went and when I interviewed, I read the book. So they were in my psyche, and I'm also a writer and storyteller. So I just really had a good sense. Like, I don't know why, but I've acted and I was an actress when I was younger, and as a filmmaker, I just really understand character. So the voice of J.K. Rowling, I understood it. So I could really, it's more intuitive than technical.
Sure.
I had writers that were very technical who could say, okay, Lemony Snicket is spelled differently in the books, the American books, than in the British books. So she would do that kind of correction. So if we had a licensee from a different country, she would do all those kinds of corrections. But I was very much on the creative, like, okay, for the video games, they would present characters. I said, okay, JK would not like this character. It's like a sci-fi character. It's not a warm, friendly, English character from, an adventure.
Sure.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's neat. What a job. And what's crazy is you were the last to be looked at. You got the job the same day.
Yeah.
And you had to psychologically be in her head all in one shot. That's amazing. Though it was really, really meant to be,
Well, they were, I think they were lucky because I didn't know that I could really do it. I thought I could, but then the more I submitted and the more I saw how off a lot of the licensees' submissions were, they were just like off. I realized actually I'm really good at this. It was just kind of luck. I mean, anyone they hired, you just don't always know unless they did a writing test, and then somebody would have to evaluate that writing test, but then they might not already know. So it's just, in my career, I've had to write for Andy Cohen, like you just mentioned. I've written for John Walsh. I've written for other hosts, and I have to kind of, in their voices, I have to rewrite their copy and their dialogue. So, it's just kind of like a form of imitation, I guess.
Sure.
It's so crazy, isn't it? California is so different, and the whole world of film and in the film industry and everything. I just learning so much.
I don't think so.
No, but I'm just saying, because look at what Kevin Smith with the sale we just had, and he talked about how he wrote a script for this and wrote a script for that, and this is the script, and da 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 da. And I never put together like, oh, they send scripts to all these people, and then they kind of rewrite it, and I guess you hope that you get picked for it. And then, like he said, that they picked the script for Coyote Ugly and only used 3 lines, and he got paid $300,000. That's crazy, but it just seems nuts. I mean, I always thought like, oh, it's a script, it's written by this person, and that's the gig, or this movie's created by this person. That's what I always thought. I thought it was like
Goodness,
a one-person show. I guess it's not like the
any
auction.
kind of writing you do, books, scripts, merchandising, anything. There's
teams.
Rewrites and rewrites and rewrites and rewrites.
I guess when you're Warner Brothers, you can spend millions of dollars.
No, but I think for Lisa, it takes a special kind of person to be able to kind of channel the person that you're writing for or the brand that you're writing for, and put it out there, because there's a lot, and I don't think it's much different from even what we do. It's all branded, so it all has to kind of sound the same, look the same, say. And that's what we do. I mean, We have a company that we work for that does our content and our SEO and our everything else. And we've gone through a lot of bad writers. We've gone through a lot of people that I'm like, you don't get it. You're not understanding.
Right. Absolutely. You're
what
absolutely
we're doing
right
here.
on that. Yeah. Spot on.
I think the one we have now, is going to work out.
Yeah, I think so.
As long as I get my content. It was supposed to be for December.
Yeah,
it's now January.
That is true.
I like promptness.
Yes, we have.
Writers are traditionally can be late because it's very scary. It's like very vulnerable. You put yourself out there, you write something, and then you're just like, do you like it? I don't know. Maybe I try my best. It's just
sure, absolutely.
So originally, how did you hear about us? I'm kind of curious.
My friend Robert Palmer. Do you know Robert? He sells baseball cards professionally. His father did that, and we know each other from the industry. And he moved back to New Jersey, I think it is. And he's in Philadelphia actually. And he has been selling cards until he gave me 4 or 5 names of different auction companies, and I interviewed them all.
Okay,
and chose you guys.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yay!
Nice.
Yeah.
This is where I'm going to put in the applause.
Well, I remember when I took that phone call, and I think I created a lot of excitement, because you definitely gave me a lot of excitement that day, and really you uplifted my spirits that day. Because I think I even told you that I said I was having a rough 6 months, and you were the start of like a whole different perspective on the business again, right? That's a true story, because we had deal after deal after deal that was just mediocre or whatever.
Well, that's the auction business.
And not like this is $1 million deal, but still, to find cards that are significant value, which we're going to find out shortly, is it's not easy, And you gave me a boost in my life, so I thank you for that.
Well, no, I remember that phone call, because I talked to other. First of all, some companies only would email with me, so they wouldn't even talk to me. But you made it you called me right back. You said, I am so excited about this. And you made it, because Harry Potter is magical. Like, people love Harry Potter. It's a huge, I was working for one of the biggest brands in the world, and a very magical stories. And you made me feel like, you kind of honored that magic that Harry Potter has and brings, and your excitement got me excited. And the idea that you actually do auctions online, and you're going to be actually talking about them, got me excited. And the way you thought you would market it that sounds great. I mean, I've been in the business and I know part of my job is to kind of size up people and see who's authentic and who's not. I mean, I do a lot of casting and I just got a really good vibe and my husband's like, well, you need to check them out. I got it. They're good.
Right. Well, we appreciate that very much. Yeah. So I was excited that day.
You were.
Yeah. No, I was definitely on the thing. So, but at any rate, the cards are definitely. They're pretty decent. Let's put it that way. I know you were. Well, I don't know because like even when I told you, I still don't know where they're going to go. But we did get it. I do have them. We sent them out to be graded because we discussed that too. Should we not grade them? Should we grade them? What's the benefit? What's this? I haven't had some issues with Beckett. We had to send it out twice.
I know.
We sent it out once, and then they kick it back to me because they in order to grade signature cards. Because here's how it goes: you could grade just the card, and here's the card, and then they separately want to authenticate the signature. Mm-hmm. And I was like, authenticate the signature? Well, Artbox already says it's an authenticated thing. It's absolutely correct. So I had a little bit of an argument with them. Mm-hmm. I was really talking to myself because they didn't really care. No, but whatever. And I know I called you back and I said, this is what they want. Should we do? I think we just send it out. We already went this way. And you said yes. So it's been a 6-month process where it went to Beckett and came back. And we decided, I think we ended up grading 6 of them or 7 of them because that's where they we took the 6 best cards and had them graded. I mean, that was really the deal. Yeah. So I'm going to give you a reveal. I'm going to give you the best cards first.
Should we do this? Should we do this game show style? Guess the grade.
Yeah, we should.
Grade. Are you nervous?
Well, I'm going
to show you something before you guys do that because I don't know, maybe you're something. But while we were at Harry Potter working there, we did a lot of fun things. And I don't know, Mary, I don't have McGonagall in there, but they asked me to pose as McGonagall. And so I have this, I don't know if you're going to put this on your website. This is the picture of me playing the character of McGonagall.
So cool. Epic. That's epic.
Yeah. And then I have pictures of me with my friends. I sent them to you. Like this, we dressed Harry Potter costumes. Like this is kind of crazy. Like you'll put them on there, maybe on your website, but that's
me.
There you go.
And then and then I have a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, I sent them to you. I have a thank you note from the head of the department saying you did a good job.
I love Bugs Bunny. That's right up my alley.
Lisa, thanks for working so hard and your enthusiasm. It was just kind of a nice experience. So.
Right.
That's nice.
No, it is nice. So do you
see I'm delaying the reveal? I
don't really want to know.
I'm nervous. Okay. I've had these cards now for so my husband and I are thinking moving. And so we're clearing out everything. And I thought, oh my God, I still have these cards. I forgot about them. And so we've been just talking about how much do you think they're worth? What do you think they're great? I mean, they're sitting there forever in plastic. So I just don't know. I'm nervous.
Here we go. Well, it's hard, well, I'll give you all. Well, first off, I want you to guess what the grade comes. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, I was going to say.
The grading process. Well, there again, I know when it comes to grading, who the heck knows, man? They take a microscope to it. They do everything. They do DNA test signatures and stuff like that. It's a very
intricate process.
It is, and whatever you think. You would look at a card like I could look at a card and I would think it's going to be an 8, 9, or a 10, and it comes back a 6, and I'm like, why? I don't understand, But it's very, and you'll understand why if you get a 10, like a perfect 10, why perfect 10s bring a fortune. Mm-hmm. Meaning, you could have a Mickey Mantle card that's a 5 and it's worth 10 grand, but if you have it in a 10, it's 1.2 million. Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, it's a big difference in price going from even 9 to a 10, because even if you look at some newer sports cards, if they're not grading in at least an 8, 9, or a 10, usually a 9 or a 9.5 and a 10 is where you want to be.
Yeah.
But 8's not bad either. So, but it's hard. They take it, they encapsulate it, they put it on the plastic, they look at it through a magnifying glass, and they look at the corners, they're looking at the creases, they're looking to see all different types of things, how it was cut, and the impression, and just sometimes how good it's printed on there or not. So that's what grading really does. And what we like about grading too is when we do send things out, there's pros and cons to having things graded, because sometimes, hey, listen, let somebody decide for themselves how it is.
Not bad.
But when we're doing it online, it's hard because someone from California or from anywhere in the United States or even overseas, we're not going to give you a grade over by looking at it ourselves and say, hey, we think it's a X, Y, or Z, because if we do that, then we're standing behind what we're saying, and I don't want repercussions of that. Or someone taking a card and you send it to them and then they switch it, and now they're sending you back a crappier card versus the card that you have. That's another reason why you sometimes want to have it graded, because in a graded card, it's going to have a serial number. You could always go online and see exactly when it was graded, how many are in production, and everything else. So there's a lot of detail that comes in. So when you have a card that's a couple $1,000s or above, it's probably good to be graded. And when you don't, it's not worth it, because it costs money to send the stuff out to be graded as well.
Yeah.
So I think those are the pros and cons. And a con is, if it's a number, everyone says they can look on there, a 9.5 is selling for X, Y, and Z, unless it's a rare card, then you don't really know where it's going. But, where if someone's speculating, they might be like, oh, I can get a 10 out of that. Maybe it's a 10, and they buy it, and it comes back an 8. But they paid at like a 9 at the sale. Yeah. So, it's all gambling. The whole world is gambling all the time. That's how I look at it.
How many cards did I send you? Because how are you gonna do the auction? Is it
so the cards that you gave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 cards that are being sold individually that were graded. Then I think then I broke the set up to another. I'd have to go look I don't know off the top of my head, but I say another 8 or 9 specialty cards are going by themselves, and then the box, then the rest of the set, which is like cards 1 through 90, is being sold as a set. So that's how it's broken up right now. So in theory, so when we go and auction it, it's not being sold as one lot. It's being broken up into about 15 lots, I think, is what we have it basically at right this second.
Okay. So, I didn't know. Yeah, that's great. I love it.
What do you think the grade is? What do you think? What number do you think it came in? Because you looked at it, and then this is the first card. We're gonna go with the biggie first.
Which one it is?
No, we'll go with the big one first. Emma Watson. What grade do you think it came in?
It's so hard to know because it's been sitting on my shelf for a really long time, and I don't know the quality of the plastic. It was
right
then, and I looked at it, but I didn't want to take it out of the. Because it's so I hope it's a 9 or above.
All right. Well, the big reveal is it came in at an 8.
An 8,
which isn't bad. It came in as an 8 near mint, and they also give a number to the autograph. So it came in at a 9 with the autograph. So the autograph itself is a 9. The card itself is an 8, which is a near mint. I mean, it even goes to if you look at it, centering is a 10. The corners are an 8. The edges is where you got hurt, 7.5, and the surface is a 10. But, this is Beckett does. See, I like Beckett because they do that. They do like a breakdown of all the things, and then they come to the specific grade. But it's the edges. And you know what killed the edges? I don't want to make I don't want. This is for the people out there. You had it in a binder, and in the binder, that's where the edges got cropped a little bit.
Yeah, as you're taking them in and out
of the binder, or even just putting them into a binder like that. The best way to do with cards. If you're looking at cards nobody think. Well, I shouldn't say that. Nowadays, they have breaks opening packages online and everything else, where they open up the package and immediately slab it.
Yeah.
But that's really they have these inner. There's an inner card in here, like an inner protector. The best thing to do is when you get them, you take them out and you put it in that inner protector, and that will protect it. And then you put it in a hard case like that. So I don't think it's terrible. At an 8 and a 9 with Emma Watson, I don't think it's terrible, because I think still that's a great grade. Yeah. I think an 8 is sufficient. Would it have been great to be a 10? Yes. But this thing, I don't know. It's so here's the deal. I'm going to give you an estimate now. I think that the card's going to be, I have it estimated online for $3,000 to $5,000. That's what we estimated at. So I think for a single card, Harry Potter card, that's where it's going to fall. So I think $3,000 to $5,000 is realistic. That's where we're heading. And hopefully it brings more. But you know what? I'm going to tell you.
That's amazing.
It is amazing, right? Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're happy. That this is a card that they only made, or they don't know what the production level is. This is why this card is worth so much money. To be honest with you, like we'll get into the other cards in a minute, but this card is worth the most money out of the set for two reasons. One is it retained its value because that the production said they don't even know how many were released. There's an estimate that they released 50 of them, but they don't really know. That's crazy, right? I think that's absolutely insane.
And I do know Emma Watson was like, I'm not signing very many cards. Like, I'm done. Like, she did some signing, and then she didn't want to sign cards after that.
Right.
So there's very few after this. If you're an Emma Watson fan, that's something I do know.
Yeah. So they only made 50 of them that they even know of. They don't even know if it's 50. And I can tell you right now, doing research to try to find a price on the card or to try to get some. Usually, what we do is we go out there, we look at Worth Point, we look at eBay, we look at listed auctions, you AI it, da 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 da. You do all that. I could only find 2 cards that were sold that were her. They did grade out about the same. I think one might have been higher, might have been a 9 or a 9.5. There's only one other auction house that handled it. That auction house is known to have reserves, so who even knows if it's sold? But it was both times he had it. It was like 4,500, 4,750, and I think there was one for 5,000. So we shall see. What I like about us, we know it's going to sell no matter what. It's a guaranteed sell. So I think more eyes will be on it, and people will not be like, oh, let's see what it's going to go for or where they're going to be. So I think 3,000 to 5,000 is realistic, and I think you should be pretty happy with that. And I'm happy with the grade. A 9 on her is really good, and there, like I said, less than 50 of them known out there.
Yeah.
So the grade is officially an 8, but the signature's a 10? No.
A 9.
A 9.
So the signature's a 9, and the card itself is an 8.
Yep. That's where that one came in at. So I think it's good. I'm happy with that. We'll be interested. We'll hopefully the new buyer will be interested in that.
Yeah.
So
of course they will.
Someone's going to buy it for their daughter. Who's going to love Emma Watson.
All right. Next card. We're going to do at least 3 of them, and then I'll give you a generalization. All right. The next one is, you can read it. Because I can't. I ain't going to read that person's name. I put you on the spot.
Remus Lupin.
Oh, there you go.
Which is David. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh, see, I don't feel so bad.
I don't think Remus is the big Albus Dumbledore's who everybody loves, or Sirius Black, or.
It's Remus Lupin. Remus Lupin.
Yeah.
Signature card.
Okay.
I just saw the movie. He was the he's the one that came and that it was his godfather or whatever. Harry Potter's godfather. Yeah, Harry's godfather.
Okay.
I'm glad I watched the movie yesterday. I wouldn't have known that at any rate. What do you think it came in at? We'll start with that.
Well, now that I know that Emma was an 8, I'm guessing that all the other ones had the same side thing or whatever. I think 8.
Yep, you are right. An 8 near mint, and autograph is also a 9. So I think that's a decent thing too.
Okay.
And it was the same thing. Centering got a 10, corners 8.5, edges 7.5, and a surface an 8. So with that being said, what number is this? Lot 86.
Mm-hmm.
So we have it estimated at 1 to 2,000 for this card. So 1 to 2,000. So
great.
I think
I feel like I'm on Antique Roadshow.
Either that or Price is Right.
I know. Oh my God. Oh, I had that just in.
Yeah, right?
It's a Chagall painting or something.
I always love those. They're like, I found it in a garage sale for $2. I'm like, I never find anything like that.
All our podcast people or Harry Potter people are yelling at me. It's not the Godfather. This one's the Godfather.
Oh.
I only watched it yesterday. Duh. Anyway, he was a professor that was helping the Godfather. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, at any rate, this one is Sirius Black. Yeah. He's the Godfather. You should have corrected me because you're looking
Gary
at me
Oldman.
like, oh, you were looking it up. There you go.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman. All right. What do you think it came in at?
Well, I'm just going to throw. Okay. I think Gary Oldman came in as a 7.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's an 8.
8. And the signature.
Autograph is a 10.
A 10. We got a 10 on the signature. So that's a great thing.
Yeah.
I guess I guess he's better in writing his name. My signature would come in at a 3.
Yeah, really. Yeah, the edges on this one came back a little bit better, so it still came out as an 8.
And we estimate this one at 2 the 4,000. So that 10, that number 10 on there, I think is going to make a difference. So and he was like the bad guy in the movie, you know.
Yeah, people love that.
Realize, like, he starts as the supposed bad guy, and then people are like, "Oh wait, actually." But then also all the other things he's done too. Like that's also the part that I wonder about.
No, that's true.
All these fans of other things as well who are just like, "Gimme Emma Watson, gimme Gary Oldman."
Right.
That's so cool.
Now the other 5 cards that I have sitting here, or 4 more cards that we did, all came in at 8s.
Mm-hmm.
So everything came in at an 8 consistently, which is great because I'm selling all that first, and I'm just going to go, well, we believe the rest of them are all an 8, you know? And I mean, because I think that's going to be pretty consistent as far as that's concerned. And these are other signature cards.
Yeah, Dumbledore.
Everyone loves Dumbledore. Is that a good signature?
Signature came in
at a 9.
At a 9.
So yeah.
But you would think everyone would love him. He $750 to $1,500 is what we think. Okay. You know, just going online and looking. And I think, you know what it is? I think it's the production lines of how many they made. And if you actually go online, you can see the odds of you getting one in a box, like 1 out of 25, 1 out of 82, 1 out of 32. It's like gambling.
Oh, like in the movie. Like, oh, I got Dumbledore.
Exactly.
In the first one. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Do you think there's someone out there who wants the whole set? Because, you know, I have the binder. Like, are you going to show the binder itself?
The binder's coming with the rest of the set. So these were the specialty cards. And you had the other specialty cards were the... you
have the costume cards.
The costume cards.
Which weren't necessarily... I mean, I guess they were a part of the set, but...
But they were special. They didn't come as a complete set.
Yeah, add-ons.
Right.
Almost.
Those were the ones that we would come in the box. You know, the 1 out of 32 boxes got one of these. 1 out of 32 boxes got the next one, etc. This and that. You know, but those they're anywhere from about $250 to $500 a piece, $300 to $600 a piece, and we got about 4 of those. And then you had some other signature cards that were a part of them. They're like $100 to $200 a piece, and really the complete set. Not a whole lot of money. The complete set is a want. I mean, that's probably going to bring $100 to $200 in all reality. And that just shows how everybody has the base sets, or everybody got the base sets. Mm-hmm. It's the specialty cards that came out that bumped that price all the way up. You know, that's really kind of the gig. So I think in general for everything, you know, I think I'm hoping, because obviously the more money you make, the more I make, and we're going to do everything we can to sell it as much as possible. You know, I think on a bad day, it's going to be just under 10. And I think on a good day, maybe we hit 20. I mean, that's really kind of where we're at from what I'm looking at. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Harry Potter uses his magic wand on us on January 22nd and sky's the limit, you know? I don't know. Maybe someone who really loves Emma Watson back in the day has $100,000 to spend.
That would be amazing. That's crazy. But I think I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I think it's great. Everything about it is great. It's something that I never would have expected. It's really fun. And my hope is that somebody thinks that it's worth it to buy all of them and has the complete set.
Right.
You know, just keeps bidding and saying, okay, I want this complete set, because I think the complete set together might be more valuable than each one's individually. But you guys are the experts. That's just what I would think.
I understand where you're thinking with that, but what creates the auction and creates that bidding atmosphere is the person who wants the whole set, you know, or add that to the person who has the set and needs this particular card.
Yep.
Oh.
And then they hammer each other.
And then they beat each other up. You know, to get it. And
it's happened before. I mean, we've done exactly what you're talking about. I've sold things. I think if it was factory sealed, then yes, I would say we sell it as a set.
Yeah, you don't open it.
So you got it in a binder and it was actually like gifted that way to you. However, if it was factory sealed in a box, which I have seen online, the set goes for about $1,200 to $1,500 as a set, because they're banking on what the specialty card is in the box. So it's gambling on what card is in there, because you might get the Emma Watson, then you made $5,000, or you might get the Donald Duff for $750 and you just lost $500. So, and there's people out there that gamble on that kind of stuff. They buy these boxes, they run a YouTube channel or they run TikTok, and they're opening the packages on live, and then you never know, you're going to get that real expensive card, But as far as separating it or not, the best thing to do is to separate it, unless it's factory sealed. If it's factory sealed, you leave it alone. It is what it is. We had and even in this sale that we're talking about, we have complete sets of 1957, 58, 59 Topps baseball cards. And there again, could you sell it as a set, or do you break it apart? We broke it apart. You take out the cards that are going to sell for at least $150, $200, $300 a piece, sell them one at a time. And then the ones that are more $10, $15, $20 a piece, we group lotted in 10,
right?
Lots of 10 or 15. And even with that, some of them lots that were 10 or 15, they brought 50, 80, 100 in the past. And then a couple popped and brought 200, 300 because somebody wanted one card that's in the lot.
That's right.
But to sell it all as one, I don't recommend it. I just think it's a terrible idea. It's better to split it up.
It creates that environment.
And if someone wants it all, they can bid on every lot.
Which order? So I have so many questions about the process of your sales, because you guys are the experts, the best from what I heard. What order are you going to sell in, and how are you going to market it? I know that you said you were going to go to different maybe Facebook pages or just post, or what is that process?
Yep. So everything is up online right now. Bidding's happening right now. I can tell you that. I didn't mention that to you, so you would go look on my website and see it. It's the cover lot of my of the auction. So if you actually go on my website, I did make it the cover lot.
Oh, this is fun. It's so exciting.
So that's cool. We do Facebook marketing. We do eBay, not eBay, Google search word ads and things of that nature.
Google
doing
business
this podcast,
profile.
talking about the whole backstory of how you got them and
Instagram.
everything else. Instagram, trade publications that deal with antiques and collectibles and things like that. That, as a matter of fact, your card was already on a advertisement in the Antiques and Auction News. I had your card in the paper.
Yeah. So what's going to happen next is the one when we first started talking, he said, "Oh, she looks like Tracy." Our photographer Tracy is excellent. She used to do home goods online product photography, and somehow we snatched her. And so she's going to do what they call, and I'm sure that, stylized shots. She's going to take like an overall of all the trading cards that we have, and then we're going to break it into sections.
I should have had her do that today. I forgot
Harry Potter, baseball, other pop culture trading cards. She's going to break those into sections. I'm going to take all those photos, edit them out, and then send them off to my SEO company and say, okay, this is my, these are goals for this. And they're going to create ads around all of that. They're going to create, whole social media campaign to kind of like events,
which we already did, because last month we blogged about trading cards and TGB.
We did. We try to make sure to blog about the things that are coming up. But they're going to take all those stylized shots and create entire reels and videos and all of that about it. So it's involved, but it's fun. That's my favorite part of the whole thing is the stylized shots and getting it all together and creating those campaigns.
I like the hunt.
You like the hunt.
You guys are a great team.
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny. She's like, I haven't seen any of this yet. And actually, I was working on that catalog today to have Janet contact you and say, hey, here's the sale date. Here's the link.
I'm glad you shouldn't send that today, because she would look.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the, it's so funny. I was almost.
I'm sure you would have looked. I would have looked. I would have been able to look for the podcast.
I didn't want to look. You told me not to look. I'm being a good girl. I am not going to look. And I just,
all I can tell you is now that you know that you look, don't follow it. Wait till sale day, because what happens is it'll make you nervous. It'll make me nervous. I'll watch it. Every lot starts at $10, so everything it starts at $10. All your cards already have a bid. By the way, every card has a bid. Emma right now is at $350 or $375, so it's climbing. That's actually good for 22 days out. We have 22 days out for the auction. Everything started at 10. That means there's a lot of interest. If it's at that right now, it's going to do well. So that's a good thing. I mean, just the sale we had the other day with Kevin Smith, we had an autograph of Ben Affleck, and it started at $10. Come on sale day, it was at $225, and at the auction when we went live
7,000
and brought $7,000. So don't watch don't watch the sale before the auction. You can watch it, but don't get anxious and go, oh my God, it's only $10. Oh, is anybody going to show? That's only going to feed into my anxieties.
Typically,
and I always prove myself wrong that no one's going to show.
Typically, on average, pre-bidding on sale morning is about a third of what it's going to bring.
Yeah, that's about right.
But not always. There are exceptions to the rule, like the Ben Affleck.
Well, you know what happens? People don't want to leave a bid. Some people don't want to leave an absentee bid because they're like, oh, if they start showing interest, more people are looking at it. So they rather wait. It's like secretive. I'll wait till sale day because nobody else is going to bid and we'll get on it together.
They all think auctions work in reverse. They all think, oh, I'm going to wait till, I want to get in as low as possible. And then I'm going to steal it for nothing.
Right.
They all do that. Like when we were a live auction and he would start the bidding and we know, okay, this item's going to end up at about $300, let's say. And he'll start the bidding 200, 150, 100, they will wait till it goes down to like $25, $10 and 75 hands shot in the air.
Yeah,
and we were like, pick one.
I remember that. Yeah.
And we'd still end up at $300, and it will drive you nuts, but people think but it's our job to make them go the other way.
You just brought back a good memory. I remember that. I go down to $10. Everybody raises their hand. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. All right. Now who's 100? That's how it used to be. That's exactly how it was.
They all woke up.
Yes, exactly.
I have another question because Harry Potter, I know is really popular in America, but what about internationally? Is this going to be international?
Yep.
Yes. No, there's bidding internationally on our online sales. They do hit internationally as well.
All of our platforms are international.
What's good is collectors that know the stuff that are looking for it. A lot of collectors are always following live auctioneers and the different platforms.
Yeah.
I mean, our own platform, we currently have over 30,000 people who participate, but on live auctioneers, there's millions of people who participate and live auctioneers is where you can go in there. That's just a platform where we listed. We're on 5 platforms for you. So there's a lot of people that go in there and they're following something. So they'll follow Harry Potter cards. And as soon as I hit it, you'll get a notification. Oh, somebody just listed this particular card if they're looking for it, and they'll hit. That's usually what happens. Because I know what happens a lot is we're doing research. It gets in there, and then before you know it, I start getting emails. You start
getting advertising.
Advertisements for auctions.
For the things that you're researching.
That. So, we're very internet driven in finding the buyer, or the buyer finds us.
Yep.
That is I'm fascinated by what you do. I know you say, "Oh, you're fascinated with Hollywood and Los Angeles," but what you guys do is really interesting. And I'll tell you, I have a background, my history. My cousin, he sold the first comic book, Superman comic book. His name is Mitch Mady. And so in my family, people collecting things. I guess that's why I ended up just saving that Harry Potter card, because my dad saves all these things. And then Mitch had started this with the DC Comics. He sold it for like $6,000 in 1972. And so it's kind of lore. It's legend in her family. So I'm trying to keep up.
I know. You know what it just sold for? It was like stupid money. Yeah, I know.
I guess we sell too early. Uh-oh.
Well, in 1972, $6,000 is a lot of money. Think about that. 1972, $6,000 for a #1 Superman. But a #1 Superman, that was it. All made the news this past 30 days. It sold for like, I was going to say 1 point something, right?
Yeah.
1.8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was like 1.8 million. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think
I'll send you an article.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a great grade, but that #1 Superman is very difficult to find. Very, very difficult to find.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll cut this out. They bought one to the secret stash,
right,
for the guys to look at, and everybody had to handle it with gloves.
No, absolutely.
They didn't take it out of nothing. It came with security.
Yeah, no, it's easily a couple 100,000 in poor condition, and I think the one that just sold was like $1.2 million, $1.8 million. It might have been an 8.5. I don't remember exactly what the grade was. I just know it made history. It was all over the place.
Absolutely, yeah. No, But you have to know how to handle things, like the cards and comic books at an auction. You have to know how, and historical documents, you have to know how to handle them properly so that you don't damage them.
That's why it's so hard to get a 10. It's very
so hard to get a 10.
difficult to get a 10 grade. And when you do get a 10 grade, it's a premium, and sky's the limit. That's really
I remember we used to have a gentleman who used to do our comics, Darren.
Yep.
Before Mike, who actually was on Comic Book Men, is the one now who comes and goes through our comics and makes up the lots and everything. But when Darren was doing it, he found a number one something. I can't remember what it was.
It was Amazing Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man
15.
Oh, yeah. Amazing Fantasy 15, which is like a huge comic. And he was like, look, and he's holding it flat in his hands. And I go to touch it. And he said, he yelled at me. He said, I didn't say touch it. Like he snapped at me and wouldn't let me touch it. I was like, oh, okay.
They brought like 15,000.
Yeah.
I think the first copy we sold were 16,000.
Yeah. So,
unbelievable. Comic books are amazing. They bring a ton of money. That's really the gig.
People love it.
January 22nd.
Yeah.
That's this auction. Harry Potter. You better be watching. You better be cheering me on. And
cheering us all on. I just want to
you can talk to the auctioneer. You could actually through the chat.
You have like a like a chat app.
If it's not going well, don't curse me out. If it's going great, I hope you go, thank God, Joe.
I just want to reach out through this camera and just give you guys a big hug. You guys are so fun and sweet and enthusiastic, and made it all fun for me, because otherwise I would just be with these people. They were just not. You guys are making it fun, and I'm sure you'll get me the most amount of money possible.
We're gonna do our best.
That's the goal. That's all we ever try to do.
Well, I think the key here is Harry Potter. I mean, he's still in vogue. However, it's been 2004. We're talking it's 20 plus years. Can you believe that?
I don't want to think about that.
I can't believe Harry Potter's over 20 years old.
It's hard
That's
to
crazy.
think about.
My God.
I'm still 18 up here.
But I think that they're going to hold their own, and who knows? Yeah, who knows where they're going? That's the real thing about a good auction. When you properly promote it, advertise it, everything else, you never know where it's going to go.
No, you don't.
So how does it feel to be a part of such a legacy?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I am part of the legacy, but I never really thought of it that way. I just enjoyed working there, and I felt really proud to be, say I worked at Harry Potter. When I tell people that, they always ask me a million questions, and I've had journalists reach out to me to ask me about the workflow and what it's like working behind the scenes. But I signed an NDA, and also I haven't. You're the first people on publicly I've talked about working.
Oh, wow.
I understand.
We got the exclusive.
No, I get it. I mean, it's funny because like even in the job that we do, we there's so many celebrities we've met, so many different people such as governors and politics and this and that.
Had to sign NDAs on as well.
We've said, it's just, I understand what you're saying. It's just, it is what it is. Everyone's a person.
Yeah.
And working at Harry Potter at the time was really a lot of fun, because you're working on the studio a lot. And people don't realize how fun that was. It was during an era there where Friends was filming, Gilmore Girls. I have a list here. Just wait a minute. I'll tell you everything. We walk around the lots. My friends would come back and they go, "We just saw George Clooney on ER," and the lot itself. The coffee. They had a coffee shop that was modeled after Friends on the lot. So I would walk around the lot. It was just it just made it a lot of fun. So let me see what I kind of trying to remember all the shows. Okay, here's all the shows filming on the lot. And also during that time was 9/11. So I'll tell you, after 9/11, we all gathered on the lot, and everybody who worked at Warner Brothers at the time, so there was a lot of people, including all the actors, from Friends and all those people. We all gathered around this. It's like the Gilmore Girls, the center of their town.
Yeah.
So they had that in the middle of Warner Brothers, and so we all gathered around there, and the president made a speech, and it was really emotional and moving. And so I was there at that time. But these are the movies that, like, Friends was filmed there, ER, The West Wing, Gilmore Girls, The Drew Carey Show, Smallville, Charmed, Without a Trace, Everwood, The OC, Cold Case, and 2.5 Men. I knew one of the writers from 2.5 Men. So it was really a hopping time. And you'd see the actors from drive onto the lot and pull up to the studio, to their particular stage. And they would, they all had their big fancy cars and they would all drive up. But it was a really fun time. It was.
Oh, yeah.
Memories.
Gilmore Girls. I would have killed to see that.
Yeah, right. I know you love
show.
the Gilmore Girls. Yes, I never saw it till you made me watch it
I
last
love
year.
it. I love
guess
it.
last
It's
year we
witty.
watched it.
It's fast. It's fun. Well,
I
Amy
enjoyed it.
Sherman Palladino. She was.
Got me with Smallville. That's amazing.
My cousin actually worked a little bit on the end of Maisel with her.
Right.
Would have loved
They're
that.
so talented, and to show how talented they are, that last season they were like, they had a big argument with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers said, "We don't need your writers. We're not going to pay the writers." And she said, "I use all the writers." They said, "You never do. You always rewrite. You just need to do it." And they said, "No, we're not doing it. We stand by our writers." So Amy Sherman Palladino and her husband left the show. The last season, you can see it's substantially declined in quality and story. And so you can see the value of excellent writers and producers when you see the difference between the whole series and then that last series.
Exactly. Yeah, no. Well, and that's it, because it's a brand, it's a voice. It's the same thing. You take that away, you lose, because I remember watching when they came back and did a year in the life or something, and the two, main actors, Alexis and blanking, but and they were trying to, like, they did the first scene together, and literally in the scene she's like, "Oh, it's been a while," because it's so fast paced and it's such good writing, and it's so there's so much banter and quickness, and it's like, whoo, you really have to practice. But that's a part of the brand of the show, Right.
I'm just looking. I forget their names too. So it's Lauren Graham.
That's it, Lauren Graham. Yeah, Lauren and Alexis were doing their first scene together,
right?
And she literally ran out of breath, but which you see carried over into Maisel. You see that writing.
Joseph's like, yeah, girls.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
You like all the happy stuff. You like all the happy shows, so you would love Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls was good. I never watched it in the prime. You got me watching it. I was so definitely into it.
Such a good show.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Such nostalgia now at this point. Ugh.
Yes.
One more nostalgia back to Harry Potter is that I remember now that when they put me on the video games, they came to me and they said, "Okay, these are all the characters that we want to." They needed additional characters to fill out the video games, and they needed additional storylines, and they were so off track. I mean, they were just not they were American, like they were not Harry Potter-ish, which is kind of like old-fashioned and vintage and sort of like that kind of colloquial. And so it was, I think you were asking me, like, how did you know what to do? It was easy to me because they were so off. They just didn't understand how closely they had to adhere to the world of Harry Potter that J.K. Rowling did. And J.K. Rowling had an agreement in her contract with Warner Brothers. She had a contract which just said she had to sign off and approve of every single piece of writing that went on all the licensing, on all the products, all the video games, everything. Not the visuals, because the visuals at the beginning, I don't know if you looked at them. I didn't love them, but the writing, she was very, very particular. And so that's why Warner Brothers was off brand. So they had to hire someone for this position to just ensure that every piece of writing was JK ready. And that's where, created a job for me. It was a very unique job because it was like, I could say yes or no, that's not.
Right.
Yeah.
And what are you doing now?
what am I doing now? Well, I've been in unscripted and reality and documentary television for the last 20 years. And I've been teaching visual storytelling at Chapman University. So just last semester, I was teaching visual storytelling to all the students there. And I'm writing a book, and I am finishing up a documentary, and I'm creating a television series. So
there you go. Well, we should have a book on how to sell my cards.
Yeah.
We'll have a chapter on that.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. January 22nd.
Yeah.
Only a couple weeks away. Make sure you bid. Make sure you get in there. Check it out. Besides that, quick plug, we do have Pokemon cards. We have like 100 lots.
Other stuff.
There is other stuff too. We're featuring you today, but there's 100 plus lots of Pokemon cards. There's 100 plus lots of baseball cards. There's TV series cards from the 80s and 90s. The guy collected packs and packs and packs that are unopened of 80s TV, the A-Team and Alf and MASH and
all different pop culture.
All pop culture stuff. That's all on the back end. And there's a vintage Pokemon cards and Magic the Gathering that have not been opened yet. That should bring 600-700 a pack. That's kind of the gig with that. So it's good. Pokemon should be interesting. Pokemon, I think you're going to be the winner in the most expensive card in the sale. But then again, some of this Pokemon stuff, you never know. Some of this Pokemon stuff can bring in the thousands too.
This is very good storytelling, because in storytelling, it's like always mystery and what's going to happen next. And you're leaving a cliffhanger, I was reading up on, because I was looking at trading cards, trying to see, well, I wonder how much these are before I even contacted you. And then all these Pokemon things. Who's Pokemon? What's Pokemon? Everyone loves Pokemon.
Yes, they do.
Got to get them all.
I don't really know much about Pokemon, but I didn't know much about Magic the Gathering either. And Magic the Gathering, we had 200 lots that brought $750,000 4 years ago. So that was an education in cards. Yep, especially new cards and grading. That's the first time I ever sent stuff out to be graded. Took me 25 years in a pandemic to have me send stuff out to be graded.
That's all it took.
But we changed everything. It's been a long time. It changed a whole bunch of different stuff. At any rate, thank you. It's been 1 hour.
It's been.
I was like, how are we going to talk for an hour? I could talk to you guys forever.
I was going to say, I love it. I know. Before we came on air, you're like, I don't know if I could talk more than 20 minutes, a half hour. It's 1 hour. It's been 1 hour. It's been
over an hour.
It has been over an hour. Well, thank you for entrusting us with your merch.
Yeah.
I hope it does well. I know it's going to do well. I'm going to pray on it for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever the case is.
I'm gonna
edit
photographs and make social media campaigns.
Exactly. May your Harry.
If you need anything from me, let me know. I don't know.
No problem. We appreciate you coming on the podcast. I guess that's it, right?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fantastic, wonderful time dealing with. She's in 80-degree weather. We're in 20-degree weather. Have a fire going behind us to keep us warm.
I want this. Let's all smile and do a little screen grab so I can. Oops, that's not okay. There we go. That's not a good one. I'm going to have everyone smile.
All right. There you go.
Oh, it didn't work. I was able to.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, make sure you check us out. Hey, check us out on all the different platforms.
Yeah.
I need help there. What is it?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my line.
Yes.
If you have any interesting stories, trading cards, anything you want us to talk about on the podcast, email us at Bodnars, bids and banter podcast @gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us. Listen to us everywhere you get your podcast, Spotify, YouTube, all the places. Follow us on all the things.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thanks for being here. Hopefully we'll talk again after the sale with good news. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks for watching Bodnar's Bid and Banter. Remember, we're here every other week with new episodes, new stories, and wonderful, wonderful times. Make sure you check us out, bodnarsauction.com, YouTube, Facebook, all the different platforms where you watch this podcast or listen to this podcast now. Now, once again, thanks and have a wonderful day.